Hey guys, Jagus here. This is Jagus Reviews. Alright, so going to be doing a quick speaker battle with the W-king X20. That is on the left. One of my all-time favorites, super champ of a speaker. Very loud. It's going to run you around, I would say, $240 is where it usually stays. Sometimes you can get it for a little cheaper. Sometimes it's a little bit more. So it just kind of depends. Got the three-way design, 2 tweeters, 2 mids, 1 subwoofer in the middle. We're going to put it up against the new LG xboom Stage301. That is on the right. Now it is so it's got 1 subwoofer and then 2 mids is what they call them, but mids and highs is kind of like basically the same setup as like the JBL Encore. It's going to run you just under 300, so 297. But love both of these. This is going to be a good battle. Now, I was going to use the LG it's in its bass boost mode, but the highs don't sound quite as good as if you use the AI mode. So I was going to use the AI mode. However, my phone is just not connecting the app to it right now. So we're just going to do bass boost mode. Just know that with the LG, you can get a little bit better highs out of it if you use the AI self-tuning. LG's AI is way different than JBL's. JBL's is just to get more battery life, so it cuts bass, all that. LG's AI is not to give you better battery, it's to give you the best optimal sound, period. And it does work really good, but I do like just bass boost mode as well. So we're gonna start them off at 40%. Starting with the W-king X20. Let's go. LG. X20. LG. Alright, let's bump it up. Be about 60%. X20. Bump it up. 60% on both. LG. X20. Let's bring them both up. About 70%. LG. Okay, we're gonna do some pop.
I'm not gonna play nice.
LG.
I'll be the witch you tell your friends about. I'm the crazy ex-girl you pretend you don't know, 'cause you know
X20.
I ruin your life. Rumor has it you have someone new. She'll regret you like a bad tattoo, 'cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same. Go on and tell your friends all about me. I don't give a nothing sticks to me, baby. Yes, hon, I'm Teflon. I don't
LG.
give an F, so go ahead and tell them I'm a little bit too much for you. Maybe you're not man enough, 'cause it speaks my mind. Yeah, spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much for you.
X20.
Not man enough, 'cause I speak my mind. Yeah, spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much. I'm not gonna play cool when you take me for a damn fool. I'm just so sick of it. You believe that I've been with someone?
LG.
Yeah. Don't forget I know your secrets too. In a minute I can spill the truth, 'cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same. Go on and tell your friends.
Alright, let's bring them up.
Don't give up, nothing sticks to me, baby.
80%.
Yes, hon, I'm Teflon, I don't give an F, so go ahead and tell them I'm a little bit too much for you.
X20.
Maybe you're not man enough, 'cause it speaks my mind. Yeah, spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much for you. Maybe you're not man enough, 'cause I speak my mind. Yeah,
LG.
spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much. 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 I'm a little bit too much for you. Maybe you're not man enough.
Alright, let's try some R&B. Still on LG.
I don't wanna be crazy no more. Every time I think you're gonna walk out of my door, I start
X20.
to jump to the conclusion you don't love me no more. Babe, give me some to work with, can you just reassure me? I'll admit before it starts.
LG.
All in protecting my heart, hurt disguised as strength, but it's self-sabotage my love, self-sabotage my love, 'cause of my own.
X20.
No one's coming to save you, baby girl. You got to save yourself. Hey.
Alright, we're gonna do some rap real quick. 100% volume. Xboom, 100%.
Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Now I can't keep it all me. Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Should've seen a look when they saw.
X20.
Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Now I can't keep it all me. Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Should've seen a look when they saw me. They ain't happy, they just shot. Killed Nipsey, they touched pop. Can't believe that I made it here.
LG.
Buzz rounds in my bus stop. No help, all me get money on 3 game plan. In the hills talking real figures, got hill One, roll the dice, shoot the bet that came back from a setback. Front pocket full of head pack, about to do a show, then I head back. Like, hold up, watch how you talk to me. I be too petty for play. I need my fatty today. Waking up early so I get ahead of the day. It work
LG.
better that way. Better go get it, you young and you able. They did not save us a seat at the table. I did it all with no help from a label. Came a long way just from stealing that cable. I'm teed up, drip.
Alright guys, honestly, I think I'm going to stop it there. I think that gives us a good idea of how this new LG sounds. So, obviously, my X20, one of my most favorite speakers, hands down. That and the Zealot S89 right now are probably the two best sounding speakers I own. Without a doubt, at least for the bigger speakers, the ones that are getting loud, right? So, both of these speakers are sounding great. The X20 and the LG are both sounding really good. There are some differences, and I'm going to let you know. First and foremost, as far as volume goes, they are neck and neck for loudness. So this LG is definitely getting loud. It's matching the X20 or dang near right about at that same loudness. Definitely the LG is louder than the original JBL Encore. I don't know how loud the Encore 2 is, but I do know that my X20 was louder than my original Encore. So that'll be interesting when I get that just to see. But because they do have such different layouts as far as we got the 2 tweeter, 2 mids, 1 sub on the W-king, and then the LG just has the 1 sub and the 2 mids. Here's what I notice most. As far as instrument separation and vocals and stuff, you're getting a little bit more out of the W-king X20. You've got more speakers there, more dedicated to their own separate frequencies and channels. So you're getting a little bit more out of it, which is making the tweeters, those highs, sound a little bit more sparkly on the W-king. As far as bass goes, both of these are pumping out a serious amount of bass. They are getting the same depth of bass, but I think the LG actually might be going slightly lower, and it's doing it with more authority. Now, when I say it's doing it with more authority, I'm sure everyone has heard the JBL Encore. That speaker has a ton of bass, and it plays it with authority. You can feel it in your chest. It's thick. It's there. The X20 also has a lot of bass, especially at those high volumes, right? But the LG just plays it thicker and with more authority. I think it's the ported design versus the passive radiator design. And then the LG sounds to me more like a party speaker. So the X20 and all these other speakers, Zealot, they are all boombox speakers, right? You can take them, you can party with them, everything. But the LG, the JBL Encore, and those lineups, those are all the party speakers. Now, I've noticed with the party speakers, I feel like the mids are a little bit more present. Treble's still very, very, very much there, sparkly. But it throws out a little bit more mids and then a ton of bass. The LG definitely has the same kind of, it gives me very JBL vibes of like the JBL Encore I used to have. Very party box vibes. Very different. If I was going out to a party and I just needed something loud with a very good bass with a lot of authority, something that could carry, I think honestly I would take the LG. But if I was having a slightly more detailed listen and I wanted to hear a little bit more detail in the voice and stuff, then I would take the W-king X20 for sure. Both of these are around the same price. They're just very different kind of speakers. These are both worth their price. Easily, I would easily pay the same amount of money I've paid for them, what they are worth, what they're going for sale right now. So absolutely worth it. Both amazing speakers. Like I said, I think as far as just the overall highs and clarity, you're getting a little bit more detail, a little bit better highs out of the W-king. Although I am going to get the LG onto the AI mode because I think it actually makes the highs sound a lot more sparkly and come alive. So we may be doing some rematches if I can get that figured out. But in the bass boost mode that it is in, it is a little less sparkly. and it is a little bit more authority on that bass. As far as bass goes, they're both reaching really low. Those subs are putting in good work. I think the LG is maybe touching a little bit deeper, and it just has more bass through pretty much all of the volume levels. Once you get up to max, they're both very similar, but I think the LG is still taking the win as far as the bass goes, just slightly. And then I think battery life, I think you're going to get more out of the X20. I think it is a bigger battery, but I'm not 100% sure. I know this LG lasts a pretty decent amount, but the party speakers usually do not have quite the battery capacity as some of these boombox type speakers. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. We'll see you on the next video.